see any future players out there that you might add in about 10 years?
Yeah, I just had a kid ask me about Barack Obama.
What'd you tell him?
I just started laughing. What do you say? It's the beauty of a 5-year-old. Camps, we've talked about this before. It's a beautiful moment. You've got young kids that are from all the surrounding areas and within our own community and different parts of our state. For the most part, their parents are Gamecocks, or they're just kids of parents that kind of been seeing what our guys have been doing and become fans. And camps are special. Being around those young kids, you never know. You never know. They're 5, 6 years old. You never know what an impact that they experience. What an experience at camp. What kind of an impact it can make in a 6-year-old kid to make them dream and aspire to do this one day.
Frank, what's the NBA draft night like at the Martin household?
Even when I was fortunate to coach Michael Beasley, I didn't sit there and watch it. I was actually in Florida in a speaking engagement, and I had a pretty good feel that he was going to go 1 or 2. I was in Miami, and I was fortunate to be there that night of the draft, but not sitting there watching it. I've never been NFL, baseball, basketball. I've never been a big sit around watch the draft guy, because it's the I don't know. I don't know how to take the draft. I don't know if it's a celebration of success or sit around and hope and see who can make it and who doesn't make it. It's but I'm real proud of Michael. He's going to be right in the middle of it. Might get drafted, might not. But to know that one of our guys is in that conversation is exciting for our program.
Have you talked to him since he worked out for Charlotte, for Carolina?
Yeah. Mike's like a son. I mean, he and I got to have a daily conversation. It's he's in great spirits like he always is. Very excited about this next step. He's had some great workouts. I've had some great conversations with a handful of NBA teams that really like him. But that's all nice and dandy. But truth be told, you don't need 32 teams or whatever it is to like you. You need one general manager to believe in you, and that's what he's looking for. And hopefully, that's an opportunity that comes across his plate here.
What do you think he'd bring to an NBA team?
Oh, that same stuff he brought to us. Unbelievable teammate, an excitement, courage. Here's Phil. Here's something that excites me as a coach. Because of our staff and him and his teammates. When I speak to NBA people, they say that his relentless approach to every possession and his ability to defend from the 1 to the 4, coupled with his long distance shooting, is what makes him attractive. If you think about who he was as a freshman, to think that 4 years later, that's what NBA folks describe him as, it gets me excited that we tried to do the right things with him, and he did the right things to make himself a better player.
Frank, looking at your current team, which of your signees are on campus and which one are coming in July?
Yeah, I'm glad you asked that, Dave, because last time we spoke, KG I thought he wasn't getting in, Kadeem Guy, Kadeem Guy, excuse me. I thought he wasn't getting into the second summer, but that next day he got cleared and we were able to get him in, so he's been on campus. Hassani Gravett just finished junior college the 22nd. When is that? Is that today? Yesterday. So he just finished yesterday. And Keem Felder graduates from high school tomorrow. So the expectations are that both guys will be on campus next week. And, and we obviously, you guys do a better job of this, but for today I prepared myself. We have an open scholarship. It's just a matter of time before that question came up, how to count to 13. But so we're still recruiting to see if there's anything there that'd be worth taking. And if not, we'll go into the year with 12 guys and a couple walk-ons and make the best of it.
You anticipate all 6 of the new guys playing or Lamb or just being here for July?
Yeah, they should. The one guy that definitely won't, there's 2 guys that will not play. Mike Kotsar is dealing with a small stress fracture in his right foot, and so we got him in a boot, so he's not even doing individuals. He lifts and all that, but he's not doing individuals, so he's probably, chances are he's not going to play. And then Corey Holden, he's had a bad case of tendonitis in his left knee, and he went through a small procedure in his knee to release some of the the built-up scar tissue that was creating that discomfort. So he's not doing anything till we get back in September. So they're here. You guys will see them, but neither one will play.
I saw Brian out there. Is he somebody you're hoping to keep around, or that will be on your staff?
Yeah. Brian's gonna slide into that graduate assistant, graduate manager role, and he's phenomenal. He just loves what he's doing. He's such a bright guy, and he came here as a business guy, and he's always loved basketball, but now he's fallen in love with the idea of coaching. And I said, why? But he's good at it, and he's great with kids. That's one thing. All our players, they're just great with kids. They're not here in this morning session because this is the time that our guys are working out. With the camp we had 2 weeks ago, whatever, they were all here working, and they're just phenomenal around. Marcus and Chris, they'll both be on campus June 30th, and they'll be back in class for the second summer session. I'll sit down with them when they get back on campus. I've been speaking with them on the phone, but we'll sit down and we'll figure what the next step is with them. They've paid a price. And I'm not into holding grudges and holding people down. They're in the good graces of our campus again. So when they get here, then we'll sit down, we'll start talking basketball, which was, if you speak basketball before life, you got a problem. We figured the life part out. Now we'll start talking basketball again.
And the departure of Marcus Stroman, did that catch you by surprise, or you're a little disappointed that the guy that you recruited and brought in left after 2 years?
Yeah, disappointed extremely. There's certain conversations, Phil, that I always feel that they need to stay private between those kids and me, and if they ever want to go public with it, I'm the grown man in the conversation. I'm perfectly comfortable with them expressing their views publicly. I don't feel it's right for me to express what a teenager speaks to me about. Am I disappointed? Yes. And the one thing that I told him, that I told his family, that I do feel comfortable repeating, is when we recruited him, he was the first person to ever commit to me here. Is that when we went through his recruitment, and I figured the way the book would be written 5-6 years later, I didn't expect this to be one of the chapters in the book, and it's unfortunate, but he wanted to play more. And I fully understand. He was great with us here. He's a heck of a teammate. Did it catch me off guard? No. Was I hoping it didn't happen? Yes. But there's a reason why I signed these other guards, because I kind of sensed that after that mistake back in the spring, and in my conversations with our players, I kind of sensed that we better be prepared in case something like this happens.
Frank, especially with
That's what we're trying to figure out. I'm real happy with our roster. I'm extremely happy with our roster right now. Our upperclassmen, Sindarius, Dwayne, Justin, have been phenomenal. Those three guys are playing as well as they've ever have at this time. And when I mean play, I mean in our teaching moments in there. I got no idea what they do in pickup games, nor do I care. And then PJ has made an unbelievable jump. Just an unbelievable jump physically. Now that the season's been removed, like I tried to say back in the March, he feels like he doesn't have. He was looking for a day to catch his breath, and at the end of the year, there's not a day to catch your breath. He has done that now. He looks like a brand new kid, just like fresh. He looks like just a freshman again, but he's so much more prepared. And then those first year guys, they're real good. Corey was working out with us until we decided to take care of that now rather than wait till September. And he's real good. He's not good, he's real good. And so I'm excited about him. Same thing with Mike, Coach Mike. I thought Mike had a chance to be good. I think he's going to be a lot better than even I thought he was going to be. Now, how does he handle, like PJ? I know PJ was going to be great. I never had a doubt about that. How do they handle their freshman year when that season starts getting long and the difficulties? That's the unknown. We'll figure that out. But all those guys, I'm excited about our team. So, do we sign someone? We've got 3 or 4 options that we're looking at right now, Dave, and I got to make a decision if I want to go. Assuming one of those wants to be a part of what we're doing, I've got to make a decision whether we need to go in that direction or we just need to hold off for a year.
Have your camp numbers continued to impress upon you,
Yeah.
just to the passion there is in this area for Gamecock basketball?
Yeah, absolutely. It's every camp we've had up to this point, it's the highest turnout we've had since we've been here. Team camp, which starts tomorrow, we had to cap it out. We didn't have enough time slots or facilities to be able to host how many different teams wanted to be here and play. Father-son camp, the most we've had since we've been here. Same thing, this week we have a split. We have the real little kids up to 2nd grade in the mornings and then 3rd through 6th in the afternoon. It's the highest numbers we've had in both. The general day camp we had 2 weeks ago. It's the most we've had since we've been here. All those things kind of work together. The more community service you do, the better your players play, the more success you have, the more interest is garnered, and heck, even here, I remember doing this 4 years ago, about 3 or 4 people. Now look around, there's more people, and we're not talking about who the 3rd string offensive tackle in some small town somewhere is. Is he coming?
We still do that.
Well, but not with me,
We got time for one more, guys.
And just tell us what it means to you to have the turnout get so big over the time since you've been here. What does it mean for the culture of Gamecock basketball?
It's awesome. There were some numbers released with attendance 10 days ago or something like that, and it listed us as 31st in attendance. Well, that's counting the 2 NIT games where our numbers were way down. If you just go regular season, Emily would help me out on this one, but I think we ranked 17th in the country. When in our season ticket numbers, we're close to 14,000. When you take in consideration where we were at 4 years ago, from a winning standpoint, from a fan standpoint, from an interest standpoint, and you figure out where we're at now, that's why I'm so happy. That's why I was so excited when Dr. Pastides and Coach Tanner respected my wishes to wait till after the season to address the whole contract situation. And when they addressed what they did, I was so happy because we've all, players, campus, sports information, marketing, our fans, everyone's worked so hard to make our program grow that I wanted to be a part of it. And that's why I'm excited for where we're at, excited for the players in the program, excited for our fans, camps growing, all the way around. It's a fun time to be a part of this.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Appreciate you guys coming.